Today, we are at one of London's greatest lost railway landmarks, a place of steam, smoke, noise and history. This is 70A, Nine Elms Shed. London's very last mainline steam depot, hidden just southwest of Vauxhall Station alongside the busy Waterloo main line, Nine Elms was once a sprawling empire of steam. The depot consisted of a huge 15-road new shed and a 10-road old shed, both feeding into a central turntable, the beating heart of the entire operation. The old shed had a long and dramatic history. It was heavily bomb damaged during the Blitz, and incredibly, large parts of its roof were never rebuilt. Right up until closure, locomotives were prepared in open air, steam drifting into the sky through missing rafters. The new shed, built in 1910, stood proudly alongside it and handled the southern region's premier express engines. In 1960, Nine Elms was alive with activity, home to almost 90 locomotives. But by 1965, dieselisation had taken its toll. The allocation had fallen to just 40 engines, and steam's future looked bleak. Behind the sheds stood the extensive coaling stage, a towering structure seen for miles around. Locomotives constantly shuffled back and forth over the web of approach lines, converging on the busy turntable. All of this was watched, sometimes reluctantly, by the residents of the flats overlooking the depot, their balconies coated in soot and cinders. But Nine Elms had an even deeper history. This very site was once the original London terminus of the London and South Western Railway. Opened in 1848, it was the starting point of the route to Southampton. But as traffic grew, the cramped riverside station became inadequate. Waterloo Station opened soon after, and the old terminus was closed and repurposed into a locomotive depot. By the turn of the century, Nine Elms had grown into the giant we remember today. Throughout the 1950s and 60s, the depot was home to some truly iconic locomotives. Merchant Navy Pacific 35016 Elder Dempster lines was one of 10 based here in 1959. Bullard Q1S visited the depot regularly, including this example from Guildford. 3 Austerity 060s also passed through on allocation. And of course, many West Country and Battle of Britain Pacifics called Nine Elms home. Footage from 1964 shows these mighty Bullard Pacifics simmering in the bomb-damaged sheds, their exhaust echoing under the open roof as they were prepared for their next turn of duty. But the end was approaching. Nine Elms closed forever on the 9th of July 1967. The same date steam officially ended on the southern region. The fires were dropped, the water columns shut off, and the last locomotive steamed out through the gate. A century of steam, gone in a day. For years afterwards, the flats overlooking the site remained, silent witnesses to a vanished world. But as the decades passed, the whole area was transformed. Today, the depot has completely disappeared beneath the modern buildings of the new Covent Garden Market. Warehouses and commercial units now stand where the turntable once spun Pacifics into position. Nothing of the sheds themselves survives. Not a wall, not a pit, not even foundations. Only the main line remains in its original alignment, and rising on the horizon is the one familiar landmark that still connects past to present. Battersea Power Station, its iconic silhouette unchanged. The depot may be gone, but its legacy lives on in the memories, photographs and stories of the railwaymen and enthusiasts who knew it best. Nine Elms wasn't just a shed, it was a community, an institution, and the final chapter of London's great steam age. If you enjoyed this look at Nine Elms Shed 70A, please like, share and subscribe. Your support helps keep these lost railway memories alive.